As Jim Rohn once said, before you quit, lose, or excuses in life, let yourself pass through two gates. Will quitting now remove my pain or double it later? Because this one decision will change the whole situations of your life. As Jim Rohn says, there are two pains in life: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Where the discipline weighs ounces, but the regret weighs tons. One hurts now and the other hurts forever. Now tell me, what pain will you choose? The small pain of discipline now or the lifelong pain of regret? Will you suffer now or will you suffer forever? Because this one choice determines your future. If you choose the pain of discipline, it will change the way of thinking. It will change your bank account. Whether I know most of you will choose the pain of regret. That's why most people suffer in life. You choose that pain of regret unknowingly every single day. You decide every day of your life, and whatever you choose will decide what results you're gonna get. Your life depends on every single decision you make, and that's why most of you are fuck up. You lose every day, you win every day, whenever you choose. You set an alarm and the next day you snooze it, and you miss a single workout, and then you start missing daily, and slowly you stop pushing yourself. And before you know it, 5 years gone by, and you don't even know that how. In that time you feel more and more miserable, and you start hating your life. So right now you have a chance to never let that happen. Do not allow yourself to choose that short-term pleasure that causes the pain of regret. As Les Brown once said, the difference between the most successful people and the people who are barely getting by is they have become phenomenal at disciplining themselves on a daily basis, of forcing themselves to do things that are hard and don't come easy. Today I will tell you 5 lessons on discipline and 5 reasons why successful people choose discipline over desire. And number 1, rule your mind or it will rule you. Every morning when you choose scrolling instead of waking up, or choose to snooze, there are some people who choose to go against their mind. They wake up in just 5 seconds and run or exercise, and they do it even they don't want to feel like doing it. Why? Because they know if they don't rule their mind will rule them, and they decide to not let that happen. But look at yourself. Are you ruling your mind or your mind is ruling you? As Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Number 2, discipline today, freedom tomorrow. Discipline is often misunderstood by people as a way of restricting freedom. People think discipline means to sacrifice everything. Yes, you have to sacrifice, but not for so long, not permanently. A student once asked his mentor, "Sir, why should I work so hard now, when life is meant to be enjoyed?" The mentor smiled and said, "Because if you pay the price of discipline now, you get to enjoy freedom later. But if you choose comfort now, you'll pay with regret later." Most people can't sacrifice short-term pleasure, fun, the party, or the marriage ceremony because they lack patience. And ultimately they sacrifice their freedom just because of that temporary happiness. But discipline is the key to unlock your potential. It frees you from the whims of momentary desires and placing you on the path to long-term achievement. Number 3, discipline is the only vehicle that runs towards success. If success is your destination, then goals is the path, and discipline is the vehicle you have to use to reach there. As Jim Rohn once said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment, and that bridge is the one we all must cross. Discipline is what gets you up when the alarm rings at 5 a.m. Discipline is what makes you say no to excuses and yes to progress. Discipline is what keeps the engine running when motivation breaks down. Without being disciplined, you can't reach at any point of success. The more disciplined you become, the more easier life gets. So keep your vehicle strong. Keep your discipline power strong. Number 4, remember why have you started. So many of you have tried being disciplined. Some stayed weak, some stayed a month and then failed. But why? Most say after a few weeks they no longer feel motivated, because that moment they start to forget their goals. Their motivation fades, and the reason why they have started, it starts fading. You have to be specific and consistent. You will have to remember why you have started to become disciplined. Discipline acts like a compass. Sometimes life throws some distractions, temptation, and obstacles in our path. But when you remember what you want, discipline keeps you aligned with that North Star. It silences the temporary noise of comfort and instant gratification and replaces it with the quiet determination to endure. You might feel like pain in the moment to wake up early, but if you remember that you want health, success, and growth, that sacrifice becomes a step forward freedom. Saying no to distractions may feel like missing out, but if you try to remember that you must need that success, you have a family to feed or to take care, it becomes the deliberate choices, not a loss. Number 5, the pleasure of doing hard things. There is a quote that says, if it challenges you, it changes you. I'll tell you that you should do something every day that makes you scared to do, that you're afraid to do, because that gives us the real pleasure and success at the end. People often face those things just because they feel it's hard and later they regret. People often don't face those things just because they feel it's hard and later they regret. So you have to push yourself into discomfort daily, at least once, because when you do any hard things, you will gain self-respect. Have you felt it? Then comment below.